Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make a quick statistical summary of a data set. So basically in descriptive analysis, for a qualitative variable, the statistical summary is simply the calculation of the counts and the percentages. For example, for a qualitative variable such as the block of patients, all we need to know is how many patients are in block A, what percentage of patients are in block A, and that's it. For quantitative data set or variables, we would be interested in a whole lot of stuff. We're going to calculate our parameters. We're going to calculate the mean, the median, the mode, the maximum, the minimum, the standard deviation, the variance, and a whole lot of stuff. So this is cumbersome. Classically or traditionally, what do? We come down here to write mean, and then we would, especially for instance mean, then we start to calculate average, and we do it. Or we would write maybe mode, and it's so cumbersome, as I said. But fortunately, Excel has a tool or a package that is very easy to use, and that could give you, for example, for a quantitative data set or a numeric variable such as ages, or let's say in this case, I haven't yet described our data set anyway. In this, I'll give you a quick description of the data set that we are using. I created it myself. It represents the the data or information of patients that have been hospitalized in different blocks of a hospital, and then they've been given different treatments. So this is the patient ID, this is a block, this they've been given two different treatments: treatment A or hypnotic A for insomnia or sleeplessness. So block A, variable C, or if you want variable hypnotic A, represents the number of hours slept after taking hypnotic A. A variable B represents the number of hours the patient slept after taking hypnotic B. So these are actually quantitative variables or numeric variables, in a sense that you can see it's in numbers. So we're gonna calculate a whole lot of stuff: mean, mode, median. As I said, for qualitative, we're gonna calculate just the frequency or the counts, the counts. And then no, frequencies are not counts, actually. Frequencies or the counts, yes. Exactly, sorry. So counts, we're talking about the numbers, number of people. Frequencies, we're talking about maybe in percentages, what percentage of people are in block D, in that order. So without wasting my time, let's start. So basically in Excel, as I said, is so simple. Excel has provided us with what we call data analysis, the data analysis tool, and it helps us really do these calculations very rapidly. And sort of, going by the traditional method where we have to come and write down here maybe mean, and then we will come over here, come and write equal to, write average, and then and then we will select our data set. Maybe this way, we close the bracket, hit OK, and it has given us the average. But this takes a lot of time. Imagine if I'm to calculate a standard deviation and all other parameters, mode, median, for a quantitative data set. It's going to be so difficult. So I'm going to show you how to do that quickly in just a few seconds. So without wasting much time, I would show you how to do it. First of all, in the latest versions of Excel, especially from the versions of 2010 to the latest versions, you would realize that this tool is always missing. It's actually in Excel, but you have to install the package. The data analysis tool is missing. So in your version, probably when you click on data, you'll not find it. And I'll show you how to do that quickly. To install the data analysis package, I'll uncheck, I'll remove mine and reinstall so that you see how it happens. Simply click on File, come to options, click on add-ins, click on go. Now uncheck or check. In my case, I'll uncheck so that you see that it will go away. Right now my data analysis tool is missing. If I want to get it back, I just click on file, I click on options, I click on add-ins, I click on go, then I check Analysis ToolPak, I hit OK, and it has come back. So we will first of all make the statistical summary for the quantitative variables. In this case we have two quantitative variables: patients, number of hours slept after taking hypnotic A and then hypnotic B. So let's start. To do this, the statistical summary for these two variables, what do? We click on data analysis, and then we will go to descriptive statistics. So we're going to describe our data set, mode, median, percentages, and what have you. So we hit OK, and then it opens this dialog box. We're going to select the range. In other words, the input range represents the variables that we're going to analyze. So if you want to, maybe if we were interested in just variable A, we would have selected only variable A, but we're going to do it for both. And when you are selecting, please do not select the titles of your columns, because this toolpath only works for numeric data. So if you select, for example, if you select with the titles, it will not work. So just select right from this place. Yes, and we go down, up, that's okay. Then we click here, and then Excel is asking us, let's say there's a whole lot of options. What's the output range? Do we want to put it in a different worksheet, or we want to put it here? So on the same worksheet. So I will put it on the same worksheet so that we wouldn't waste our time going back to another sheet to see our results. So I can hit somewhere. Let me go up a little bit. Maybe we should put it somewhere here. I think that's okay. And then I'll click this way. Now we will select summary statistics so that it will give us the statistical summary of our data set. And then we hit OK. Boom. Excel has given us let me enlarge the column so that we can see clearly all the various parameters that it has calculated. If you wouldn't mind, let me decrease. Well, yes, I think it's much more better this way so that we can see. Okay, maybe let me centralize. Yes, so that, okay, that's already centralized actually. Yeah. So as you can see, Excel has calculated for the first variable, that's column 1. Column 1 represents hypnotic A, so we can write it hypnotic A. Column 2 represents hypnotic B. That's it. And this is a summary for hypnotic A. Sorry. We could also write here summary. Okay. So as you can see, it has calculated a whole lot of parameters that we could have spent hours calculating. You know, we've gotten our mean that we calculated by the classical method, and in addition, it has given us the standard deviation. For instance, if you want to know what's the mean hours of sleep observed for patients who took the hypnotic A. So you see that they have an average or a mean. Sorry. So as you can see, it has given us the mean hours of sleep for patients who took hypnotic A, and at the same time, it has given us the mean hours of sleep for patients who took hypnotic B, and all other parameters that we would have calculated manually, in a very stressful manner. It has given us the mean hours of sleep for patients who took hypnotic A, that of hypnotic B. It has given us the mode. It has given us the minimum. I guess there is something wrong because it's saying the mode is 2, and the mode normally, okay, yes, the mode is 2. The mode is 2. You would ask yourself, why is the mode 2? The mode is 2 because 2 has the highest number of counts. So maybe if we should make a, what should I say, if we should find the frequencies of the hours of sleep, we would find out that 2 appears most compared to the rest. That's why the mode is 2. If you look at the minimum, is 1, and then the maximum is 8. That's the maximum number of hours of sleep. So the mode is 2. 2. Most of the patients slept for just 2 hours when they took hypnotic A. And then there are a whole lot of other stuffs. There's range, there is standard deviation, there's sample variance, and what have you. The same apply to hypnotic B. So it's so interesting and so rapid and simple. If you want a statistical summary of your data set, I would advise you to use the ToolPak, the data analysis ToolPak, and you'd get everything that you need in just a click. Now, remember we've done this for just the quantitative variables, in other words, the numeric variables. Now, as I told you earlier on, for a qualitative or a nominal variable, we will need the percentages and the counts. That's to say, how many patients are in block A, what is the percentage of patients in block A, in that order. But unfortunately, this ToolPak does not allow us to work on qualitative data so easily. So I would show you a quick way to treat variable A. And to do this, we'll insert a pivot table to do this. So without wasting my time, you click on File. Sorry, not Insert File. Click on Insert, and then you would see Pivot Table. Click on Pivot Table. Now you have to select the range. So we are not interested in the whole of this table or data set. So we're gonna select just the range, the column that we want to insert our pivot table for. So we just click here. Otherwise, if we want, we can select the whole data set because we might want to calculate other variables. But if not, we could have just selected only this column. But I prefer selecting the whole data set. Maybe if we want to do other stuff on the other variables using pivot table. So we've already selected our range, and then we'll hit OK for now. Let's scroll up. It's asking us, do we want to put the results on the existing worksheet or a new worksheet? As I did for the summary for the quantitative data set, I would do the same. We'll put it on this same sheet so that we will not struggle going to another sheet. So we say on the existing sheet, and you see that it's asking us for the location. Where do we want to put the results or the pivot table? So we just click on this place, and then we'll go down just beneath the results for the quantitative data, somewhere around maybe here. I think it's okay, or maybe here. Then we'll hit OK. So as soon as I hit OK, you realize that the pivot table has been inserted. This is a pivot table actually. So with this, what are we interested in? We are interested in just the variable, b, that is the block of the patient, and it's a qualitative variable, so we'll be interested in percentages and then counts. So let's see how we can do that. We just scroll a little bit. This block, so we do, imagine if we were to draw a normal table or frequency table for a qualitative variable. You put the different, responses or modalities in the what do we call it, in the lines, and you put, let's say, percentages in the columns of your table. So it's the same procedure. You're going to drag, first of all, drag the block into the rows or the lines, let's put it that way, the rows part. And as soon as we put it in rows, you see that it has given us the labels. So after this, we rename the label. This actually block, so we could, without wasting my time, we could do that. But let's finish first. So this block, it has given us the different blocks: block A, block B, block C. Then I also wrote block CA. Let's leave it, there's nothing wrong. Now we drag again the same variable, that's the same block, into the values column. So when we put it into the values column, you'd see that it gives us the counts for each block. That's to say how many patients are in block A, block B, block C, in that order. Now we will drag again the same block into the values column, but this time around we don't want the counts, but we rather want percentages. So we want to see what percentage of patients of the grand total are in block A, and then what percentage of patients are in block B, in that order. So let me take this. I will delete this and show you again. So we remove it, drag it again, and then we'll click under and click on value, what should I call it, value field settings. Now click on show values as, click here, the drop down menu, and then select percentage of grand total, hit OK, and you see that it has given us the percentages of patients who slept in block A. So you see that if we are to analyze our data, we can say many patients slept in block C. See the effective, or the effective, this is actually French because I'm bilingual. So 11, it has indicated that 11 patients slept in block. These are the counts, and these are what the percentages, in other words the frequencies, if you want it that way. So we could write here block actually with K, without K is French, and then this is counts, and then these are our frequencies, or you can say percentages. So we could, so that it will look much pretty. If you want, we can drag this to anywhere we want, like we can cut it and paste it, or we could, let's cut it and paste it somewhere here, so that it'll be in line with what we already have. And we come this way and we are done. If you want, we can make this, we can also put the yellow ink, oh, it is. And we are done. We've made our statistical summary for our data set. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.